So the National Guard headed to Washington right now, the president announcing earlier today. What exactly motivated this move?
The most immediate motivation appears to have been this attack on a former DOJ staffer who was beaten up. But I think this is a much longer backstory than that. I mean, the president has had his complaints about D.C. and the idea that it was this crime-ridden place going all the way back to his first term. And he's had kind of this broader concern about crime in cities.
But this emergency and the way in which he's declaring the deployment of the National Guard in Washington is different than what we saw in Los Angeles.
In D.C., because we are not a state, there's no governor. And so the mayor doesn't have the same authority over the National Guard that Gavin Newsom had in California. Part of what was so scandalous in California was the president going around the governor to bring in the National Guard to take these steps. In D.C., that almost has to be the case. The mayor can ask for the National Guard, but she does not command them in the same method that any other governor in 50 states would do. That said, the National Guard are not police. They're not trained that way. They don't necessarily have the power to detain somebody in a local jail.
President Trump wasn't the only one on the stage, Garrett. Notably, we had Pam Bondi as well standing directly behind him, who had some choice words.
Let me be crystal clear. Crime in D.C. is ending and ending today.
She took ownership of crime in Washington, D.C. for the Trump administration. I think how they handle this, not in the immediate future, but if the crime numbers start to tick back up a year or two from now, do they still take that ownership? Well, they better act on it because it will be used against them politically for sure. That the top law enforcement official of the United States just said today, this is now our problem to solve.